Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Josh Lavik. He's a real estate agent at Josh Lavik and Associates with Keller Williams Realty. Welcome back, Josh. Nice to have you here again.
Hey, thanks, Stacy.
Now, we're talking about renting versus buying today. For those who are renting, when should they consider buying a home, and what are your thoughts about renting versus owning?
Yeah, sure. Probably the biggest factor about, if you're looking to possibly buy a property or not would be the future and how long you plan to stay in a specific location. So generally a good rule of thumb is if you're going to be here for, more than 2 to 3 years, then it might be a good idea to really consider buying. And really the benefit is going to be, you're going to probably have some home appreciation. Historically, we've averaged 3 to 4% appreciation, over the long haul. So it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but definitely you'll be in a better financial position if you do end up staying more than that 3 or 4 years.
So for renters, other than the monthly rent payments that you're making, what other costs are associated with renting that people should really consider?
Yeah, sure. As a renter, you've also got your security deposit, so typically it's going to be about 1 month's rent. You also have some renter's insurance, so maybe $10 to $20 a month to cover the interior contents. And then rents can range. There's quite the spectrum out there, but I've found to be maybe $400 to $600 per month per bedroom is pretty common in our area. And if you compare this to the cost of owning, say, a small starter home, I've got 2 houses, for example, under $160,000. One at 1801 Ray Lane, another one at 4705 Dakota. And both of these you can get in and actually have a monthly payment of less than $1,000 a month.
So with owning a home, what costs are involved there?
Yeah, that's a great question. So owning, your primary cost, your monthly payment is going to be based on your home payment, home price, and then of course your loan amount. So the bigger down payment you put down on the house, the lower loan amount, so your payment will be less, but that can fluctuate based on if you want a really nice house or not so nice. It's kind of up to you.
What about closing costs? How much are those?
Yeah, I found typical closing costs for conventional programs are maybe around $1,500 to $2,000. They could be a little more for other specialized programs. And then on top of that, you're going to have 2 to 3 months of other escrow, inspection, other costs like that.
So any other advantages of owning or renting?
Well, of course, renting, you've got definitely more flexibility. You're not on the hook for repairs if the water heater breaks or something like that, and you have someone to call. And of course, for owning, you can really truly personalize it, make the house your own. You've got built-in equity, again, the appreciation we talked about. And then there's also something called the mortgage interest tax deduction. So the government, wants people to become homeowners, so they offer a deduction on your income taxes for that.
Well, thanks, Josh. It was nice to have you back.
Great, thank you.
And you stay tuned. We'll have more coming up right after this.